Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Aries. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at the energies of how the person who is on your mind is feeling about you, what they could be thinking overall about you in this connection or potential connection, and what they might be intending towards you. This could be somebody specifically on your mind, connected to, or coming towards you, depending upon your situation. These are, of course, collective messages, so take what speaks to you and leave what doesn't for someone who's meant to hear that. And if you would like a personal reading, I do have lots of options available. The link to my website is in the description. Honestly, I do want to say, if you've ever been thinking about getting a reading, this would be a wonderful time. I adopted a little rescue the other day that needed a lot of medical care. I will bring him on to show you guys at the end of the video. He's taking a nap nearby, but a little baby kitten and everything that I make, I feel like this week is definitely going to be going towards that, the little guy's care. So I'll show him to you at the end of the video. We already had the heart of the matter jump out, so let's go ahead and see what is going on in their heart space. We have what this person might be thinking. What are they feeling? What are they feeling when it comes to Aries? What do they like best? What do they like best about Aries in this connection with them? And what don't they like as much? What are their highest hopes? And what are their deepest fears? What are their deepest fears? Now we're going to get 3 cards for what is likely to happen, what they're likely to do next, and any advice Spirit has for you. I'm going to lay those face down over here, and we will look at them together at the end. Okay. We have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Cancer energy could be significant, strong in your chart, your person. So this Chariot, somebody could be definitely feeling like this is the time to do something, to say something, to step forward. This is somebody who's sorted some things out and balanced some things out in their life. They've made up their mind. They've set some goals even. And when it comes to this connection, it feels like, and I just heard the direct approach. Wow, they could be hoping that you take a very direct approach. They could be deciding to take a direct approach, but this is somebody who's wanting to move forward. They are wanting to see where this can go from here. So, heart of the matter, we have the 6 of Wands. Leo energy could be significant. Once again, strong in your chart, your persons, but the 6 of Wands is somebody who's overcome some challenges and difficulties. It comes right after the 5 of Wands. They've fought some battles, maybe some inner things, maybe some things that were going on in their life, their work, their family, some challenges, different things like that. Could have been something that happened between the two of you in some cases, but they've moved on beyond that. They've overcome some things, and now it's like they're wanting to step forward. They're wanting to move forward in a way that is very positive. I'm just going to let my my other cat out. With the new kitten in the house, all the animals have been pretty stirred up. So he might be wanting to just run in and out the whole time to check and see what's going on. Okay. 6 of Wands is somebody, as I said, who's overcome some things and is hoping to move forward now in a way that is successful, a way that is positive. And I just heard the word direct again. That's interesting. I don't feel like I usually get that word, but I don't know. It's almost as if they've been thinking about things, wanting to do something, say something, and their heart is directing them towards you. And this is somebody who wants to talk. They want to know that they have a chance. And this card just flew out before I even started pulling cards. So somebody could take you by surprise. In some cases, the 6 of Wands can be a return. Doesn't have to be, but it can be somebody returning, somebody that you've been missing, or somebody that had to sort some things out and figure some things out, coming towards you in a way that is new. But regardless, because you're all dealing with different things, this is somebody who could definitely wants to impress you, wants to talk, wants to move forward, and wants to know that they do have this chance. Now, in their heart space, they've got the King of Swords. Strong Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius can be significant as well. But this is a rather serious energy for the heart space. It doesn't surprise me that I keep getting that word direct, because the King of Swords, very much direct, very much to the point, crystal clear, mind made up, knows who they are, knows what they want, sets their intentions, isn't afraid to, say and do what needs to be done, to communicate things. This can be about communication. Now, whenever I get a swords energy in this heart placement, this is the cups placement of this reading, you do have somebody who could be overthinking their feelings, because swords are all about mental energy. And this is, the heart space, which is all about that feeling energy, the emotional energy. I mean, this is a very positive, very high vibration card, the King of Swords. It is a card that is honest, it has integrity, it has focus, it has drive, but somebody could be overthinking what they're feeling, trusting logic more than maybe what their heart is telling them. Let's go ahead and see why do we have this King of Swords here. Sometimes I feel like that can be kind of a guarded energy almost. Somebody who really wants to seem like they have it all together, and somebody who could be definitely more practical, serious, sensible. Spirit, why do we have the King of Swords? Why do we have the King of Swords? Judgment. Mind made up. Judgment card, once again, a very decisive energy. It says if somebody has made up their mind about you, they're feeling more sure maybe than they ever had. They could be getting a nudge from the universe. And with a judgment card showing up in their heart space, which is a very powerful, very positive major arcana, they could be feeling like this is big. This is big, maybe bigger than they expected. They could be feeling the intensity of this in their heart space. Now, once again, this can be somebody wanting to return, because this can be an energy of somebody wanting to resurrect something, paired here with a Six of Wands. If you're not dealing with somebody that you've previously known or have some sort of history with, don't even worry about it. That doesn't apply for you. It does apply to those that do feel a strong connection to somebody, maybe somebody that has not shown what they're feeling yet. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Aries, that is your energy. All the fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but queens are cardinals. So regardless of gender, this is strong Aries energy. This is somebody who could be feeling very drawn to you, attracted to you, interested in you, could be thinking that you could be the one, their match. They could find you, very attractive, very magnetic, and be wanting to do something spontaneous even, because the Queen of Wands can be a very spontaneous energy. And yet this Queen of Wands is here on the bottom of the deck, as if they've kept all this intensity under wraps for whatever reason. And yet, what they like best about you and this connection with you is the Knight of Cups, a very feeling card. I don't know if this is somebody who tends to lead with their logic or be a little bit more of a thinker and more serious. And there's something about you with this Knight of Cups that brings them out of their shell a little bit, that helps them, I don't know, just open their heart and just be lighter about things. This is a much lighter energy than that rather serious King of Swords. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, very strong Scorpio for me as a reader, could be significant. But if you have expressed some things, if you have told them how you felt or opened up, I feel like that is something they admire. They admire the way you express your heart. They admire the way that you're driven towards what it is that has meaning and value for you. If, the two of you have gone out and spent time together and talked about some things, or you have been willing to be vulnerable and express some things that you're feeling, they do like that. I don't know that they've necessarily showed that, but they do like the way they feel like you do have depth and you lead with your heart with this Knight of Cups showing up. They could also very much like the way you make them feel, because this card is all about feeling. They could like the way they feel when they're around you, want to spend time with you, want to go out and do more things. And let's go ahead and see. Why do we have the Knight of Cups? Why do we have the Knight of Cups and what they like best about Aries? Queen of Cups, yeah. I mean, my goodness, that's Cancer energy here. All the water, of course, but This can be opening your heart to love. This can be falling in love. This is a very deep, very intuitive energy. There's something about the way the two of you feel when you're around one another. It feels undeniable. Maybe they have tried to be all sensible and serious, but there's something about you that gets them in their feels and stirs up a depth maybe they hadn't expected to feel, and yet there is no denying this with these beautiful, deep, loving energies showing up in what they like best about you and this connection. There's something about you that brings out their softer side, their warmer side. That's absolutely beautiful. Bottom of the deck, Temperance energy. Sagittarius energy could be significant, but it feels like paired with all this like energy of love. And I did see, I was kind of curious, what is trying to peek out there? The Page of Swords. All this energy of love and feeling and this like heart connection here with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. It feels like this person is realizing more and more every day there's something significant here. They could be feeling drawn towards you. They could be seeing your name, seeing signs, hearing songs that remind them of you. They could definitely be feeling guided by divine, but there's something about divine timing and patience. It's almost like there's part of them that wants to do something spontaneous, but they're a little nervous about that as well. We'll talk about that in a minute, but look at this. We have our Page of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Page of Swords for me in a love reading is somebody who wants a little bit more information. It's paired with this Temperance, which is very positive, very high vibration, which is somebody, who feels like this could be divinely guided. This could be something very significant, but they're curious. Do you feel the same? Are you also interested? Do they take their time? Do they wait and see, or do they just go for it? But I think this person, definitely could be looking at your pictures, checking social media if you have it, things like that, wanting to know if you're free, if you're interested, if they do have this chance. Because I do get this sense that this person is kind of a planner. They want to do things right. And if they're going to move forward, especially with the Six of Wands, they want to know it's going to be well received. If they're going to open up their heart and express all this depth, all this feeling here, it's like they want to know, do you feel the same? Are you interested? What they don't like as much is the Fool energy. Aquarius, Aries energy for me as a reader, but taking a leap of faith. I feel like it's always a little bit nerve-wracking to just take a leap when you don't know what's going to happen, where you're going to land, how's it going to work, if you're going to be well received, if the other person feels the same. But I just feel like when the feelings are strong and when there's that depth and when there's that kind of connection where something just clicks and feels right, it's definitely worth taking that leap just to see, just to know, just to find out. But there's something about just rushing into this blind or doing something really spontaneous that makes this person a little nervous. Why do we have the Fool energy, Spirit? Why do we have the Fool energy? The High Priestess and the Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. Virgo, Cancer, Pisces for me. We already talked about the fiery energies and the specifically Aries energy of the Queen of Wands. And I was just talking about that, like the Queen of Wands, so spontaneous. It's like they are drawn to you. They are interested in you. They are wanting to do something spontaneous, but it's paired with the High Priestess, quiet energy. A lot of depth, a lot of intuition, but a lot going on under the surface. A lot that has been unsaid. With the High Priestess coming out with the Queen of Wands, this person could be secretive about how interested they are or how much they are hoping for this to come together and work out, how drawn or attracted they are to you. There's a very quiet energy with the High Priestess. Sometimes this can be like little to no contact, something like that, or sometimes it can be somebody that you see and talk to all the time, but if there's all these beautiful energies under the surface that have not yet been discussed, it's like they're being a little quiet about what really matters, because it feels like for this person, it would mean a total leap of faith. It would mean just getting out of their shell and taking that chance and seeing what happens. I feel like there's a part of them that wants to. There's a part of them that is definitely holding back. And yet their highest hopes are the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Nine of Wands is somebody who is gathering their strength for the next step, the next move. Our Nine of Wands in traditional Rider-Waite is that wounded warrior. He's kind of broken down and worn out, but it's time for that last stand, that last battle, and he's gathering all his strength to finish something, to see something through, to wrap up an old cycle and start fresh. Well, this Nine of Wands feels like somebody who's kind of risen above those past energies, that wounded and worn out kind of energy, and they are finding that strength and they are finding the passion to step forward, which makes sense because our Six of Wands is somebody who's overcome that challenging energy of the Five of Wands. It feels like this is somebody, who's definitely attracted, interested, wanting to talk, take action, do something, say something to let you know just how much they want this. And they are gathering strength to do something or say something, to take action, maybe to take that leap, even when they don't know how it's going to work out. I'm kind of curious, and I know I've been getting a lot of clarifiers, but I'm very curious, what is it they're wanting to say or do with this Nine of Wands that could be taking everything they have? We have the Devil energy, but look at what is on the bottom of the deck. We have the Page of Cups, the Hermit, and the Empress. Some of you could be dealing with a divine connection, soulmate, twin flame, with a Judgment card, an Empress here, very obsessive, kind of intense energy of the Devil, which can be a part of that process. When you feel those intense connections, we do sometimes just get really fixated. We can't stop thinking about somebody. And I mean, I feel like in any kind of connection, I think when you're really falling for somebody, you definitely go through that really intense phase. It's just like, I can't get this person off my mind. I don't even know why. A lot of signs here. I'll go ahead and do them. All the water again: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo for our Hermit. Taurus and Libra could be significant for that Empress. But somebody has been quiet here with our Hermit. But they have been thinking about you. With the Page of Cups, that is so different from that King of Swords energy. Even if this person seems to put on a more serious front, they have a softer side. They do want to flirt and talk and just express some things, because look at this. We have the Empress here. Emperor, Empress, lovers for me in a love reading. It is that kind of person that when you meet them, they stand out above and beyond. And you know that you've met them for a reason. You feel the draw. You feel the pull. I would be a little bit more worried about this Devil energy if it didn't come out with so many beautiful things. But it feels like this person with the Devil here, Capricorn energy can be significant, has been through it. And I feel like in our own way, every single one of us has been through our fair share, just like this Nine of Wands energy. We've had times we've been wounded and let down and disappointed, but it's almost like they're letting the old past and those things that have really worn them out and stressed them out cause them to doubt and hesitate and, have their fears and second guess. And yet, all at the same time, the Devil energy can be somebody who is driven, who is passionate, who could be obsessing a little bit, thinking about you like crazy, morning, noon, and night, deciding, I've just got to take this chance. Because with the Empress energy and the Page of Cups and the Hermit, even if they have been quiet, even if they have been in their own world, they can't stop thinking about you and this connection and what can happen and where it can go. And they're feeling very driven now to do something about it. Now, obviously, I feel like it goes without saying, and you guys are smart, if you're dealing with, anything that's toxic, red flag, something like that, you don't have to play in that. You don't have to mess with that. You guys know that. Turn tail, go, run, go in your own direction. I am talking about connections with people who are coming towards you in a way that is high vibe. And so I feel like this is somebody who maybe has let their doubts and fears get in the way. Their own inner demons slow them down because they second guess themselves sometimes, but it is somebody who does want to take the high road and to do what needs to be done. In their fears, we have the Eight of Cups. This is somebody I feel like that doesn't want to see you walk away. They don't want to lose you. And I just heard not again. My goodness, maybe they have lost somebody in the past, or maybe the two of you have gone in different directions or haven't been talking or something like that. Take it how it speaks to your situation, but it is somebody who like fears the unknown, but also fears that loss and fears seeing you walk away. If you get quiet, if you take a little time to go in and sort your own things out, they could really be like overthinking what is going on with Aries. What are they thinking? What is it that they're wanting? Do I have this chance? Like a lot of overthinking there. So all that being said, now we're going to look at what's likely to happen, what they're likely to do next, and any advice Spirit has for you. Likely to happen, Devil energy. I've got to get a clarifier and see what is going on. I do have to cover this up for YouTube community standards, but we need to see why we have the Devil here twice. Capricorn energy, oh my goodness. Once again, could be very significant. You could feel an undeniable pull, draw, an intensity. There could be crazy chemistry between the two of you. You could both be thinking about each other like crazy, but look at the cards that jumped out to clarify this Devil energy. I read the cards with what they are connected to. And this is the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. All the water again, strong Piscean energy specifically, but this person, if they're obsessed, if they can't stop thinking about you, it's because they could be falling for you. They could be in love with you. They could have already fallen hard. Our King of Cups is a very high vibration energy once again. It is somebody who feels very deeply and thinks through their feelings, and somebody, if they take a step, they have what it takes to back it up. It is somebody who could be wanting to offer something to you with the Ace of Cups, to start something with you, to see what can happen, to see where things can go. Our person that initially came in with this very kind of serious, kind of guarded King of Swords energy seems to just keep getting like softer and more vulnerable and more open as we go through this reading, and we find out there's a lot going on under the surface here with this person. I see a quiet energy with the High Priestess and the Hermit, a lot of things that maybe have gone unsaid, but we have seen every single court card for the Cups, because we had that Page of Cups earlier. Look at this. And the Ace. I mean, this is somebody who's in deep. It's intense, but with the Devil energy clarified by the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, I feel like both of you are feeling the intensity of this, the heat and the draw. And there is just no, I don't know, it almost feels like no holding back from exploring a connection that feels so strong. You don't have anything like that going on. You could definitely be meeting somebody here in the near future with the Ace of Cups that you feel a connection to. And for those of you, if you had been dealing with something toxic, something that, just wasn't right for you, and you released that, you've definitely made some space if you're calling in new for a King of Cups and an Ace of Cups, regardless of sign, gender. Once again, those things don't matter so much as the energies of these cards. You are making space for somebody who loves and loves deeply. So what is this person going to do? King of Cups. Oh my goodness, that King of Cups was sitting there that whole time, right by that Devil energy, which we also had the King of Cups as the clarifier. My goodness. Yeah. Aries, somebody Somebody has feelings for you. The King of Cups showing up twice. Not only do they have feelings, deep feelings, they have the depth. They've thought it through. And it feels like all the things that were going on in their heart that they're trying to just reason out and be logical about has changed everything. And they're realizing, if I want this to work, if I want to be with Aries, I've got to go ahead and offer that cup. I've got to express these things. I've got to take that chance because, man, they can't get you out of their head. So what is your advice? The Emperor. Oh my goodness. Aries energy, of course, with the Emperor. So when your major arcana comes out, it is definitely be yourself, take initiative, take charge of your life, bring order to the things that feel right and important to you. Don't be afraid to stand up for what is important. All those things. We have, authority and authenticity and somebody who knows who they are, knows what they want. But with the Emperor, Claire, I'm being your advice here, and we saw the Empress earlier. Your guides are saying there is something your universe is preparing for you. I mean, we've got the Judgment card here. It is something significant. It is something powerful. Holding space for that high vibration, one-of-a-kind connection with somebody that recognizes you, sees you for you, likes you for who you are, is willing to listen to their heart and take the stand, is what is bringing somebody towards you. Somebody whose heart is open and somebody who is ready to explore these feelings that they can't deny. So that is a message I have for you. I do hope something in here spoke to everyone who was guided. I'm going to get my little cat to show you guys, those of you who are interested. He's asleep over here on the bed. I'll blow out my candle here. Want to say hi? So we found him on Tuesday and he was in really, really terrible shape. But we got him straight to the vet and it turns out he's really a healthy guy. He just needed some love and care, some good meals and some medicine, and he's absolutely precious little cat. So anyway, just wanted to show him to you all. Thank you again so much, and I'll talk to you soon.